Hello. So today I'll be going over Lightly Row from Suzuki Book 1. So the first thing you want to look at is the time signature. It's in cut time or alle breve, meaning the half note gets the beat, and there's two half notes in a measure. So instead of feeling 1, 2, 3, 4 before 4 quarter notes, you'll be feeling 1, 2, or 1 and 2 and 1 and. So you want to feel those 1, 2 big beats in Lightly Row. The next thing you want to look at is the key signature. It's in D major, so we have two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. And then the next thing you want to look at is the tempo indication, which is moderato. So not fast, moderate. It's medium tempo. And then we look at our dynamic indication, our first dynamic. And it's the only dynamic indication throughout the whole piece. So there's room to interpret that a little bit. So we start out at mezzo forte. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate the piece. So let's take a look at this first motive. So we're pretty much going down a third. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, a third, yeah, major third. So you want to think about what fingers we're using. We're using open for this first note, open A. Second note is F sharp with a 3. A good way to tune that is, with a tuner or using the open string as a double stop. Next, we have another third from this G, 4-finger G. Good way to tune that is with a tuner or this double stop, open G. And then you put it in context. This next two measures is pretty much a scale. Open 1, 3, 4, open. Now this next motive is pretty much a scale walking down as well. So you have open, that third that we just practiced right now. And then down another third from the G to E. It's pretty much a variation from that first motive. Now let's look at the third line. The same concept between this E and G. Now we go to the next one on the measure 11. Same concept as the literal first motive. So. The same thing that we practiced earlier with the double stops. That kind of thing. And then we end on the last line the same way as we started the second line. Now let's talk a little bit about expression. So we only have mezzo forte as our dynamic throughout the whole thing. So we have to kind of figure out how can we show shapes. So I guess the obvious thing to do is follow the shapes that are already in the music. So we have scales going up and we have these thirds kind of walking down this opening. So you can see the kind of first two measures going down and with that scale going up. So you want to make kind of this kind of expression going on with dynamics. starting on the closer to the fingerboard. And as you're doing the scale, getting closer to the bridge. And then again, second line, walk down. Go up. Release that. And start a little quieter. Build. Now we can play maybe a forte here. Have fun with it. Make shapes. And there's no right answer. It's just depending on what you're trying to sell. Does it make sense? So typically, rule of thumb, just follow the shapes that are already in the music, ups and downs. Now lastly, on the second line, or throughout the piece, you'll have an indication of keeping the third finger down as you go into the open string. For instance, here. I want you to keep your third finger down when you're on this open A. Keep it down. One way to practice that is what we've been doing already, double stops. Just to practice getting that shape to play the open A with keeping your third down. And yeah, overall, that covers the majority of this piece. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, shoot me an email or a text. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.